Hello, this is KeefCooks. I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do something a bit Chinesey. I'm going to make Peking duck with plum sauce and those little pancakes. Before I do that, quick shout out to Charlie Hode, who, requested it. His username is KeefCooks fan page, and if you go and look at that, there's nothing much there, but maybe it needs feeding. This was requested by Yankee Doodle 101, and yeah, good. It's very nice. It's a very hot day. We've got a room full of flies. I've been spraying them, I've been chasing them out the door. If you enjoy this video, press like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Peking duck, or should it be Beijing duck? First thing to do is make your plum sauce. So I've got 450 grams of plums. They need to be halved. I want a bit of ginger. I'll peel that thumb and use that. 3 cloves of garlic, 3 bird's eye chilies, 100 ml of, cider vinegar, or you could use white wine vinegar, 150 grams of caster sugar, which is a bit finer than granulated sugar, but not as fine as confectionery sugar, and 150 ml of cold water. So I'm just going to deal with these plums. Cut around the north-south pole, not the equator, and then you just twist it to separate the two halves, and you've got the pit in there, which we need to get out. So then cut around the equator there, and twist that. What normally happens when I do stuff like this is I'll get about 1 million people making comments after I've done it when it's too late. So if you can make your helpful comments now, then I won't be doing it the wrong way. Alright, that's all my plums in the pan. Now we need to just deal with the other things, peel them if they need it, chop them. So I'm peeling this bit of ginger with a spoon. Oh, smell that. Oh man. And then I'll just finely chop it, or, you could grate it or mince it or whatever. It won't physically end up in the finished sauce, just its flavour will. And I've got these little bird's eye chilies. If you can get the seeds out, that's a good thing, because basically that's what makes it stinky hot. So there's the chili, and when you've been dealing with chili, just make sure you wash your hands really well as soon as you can afterwards, and don't be wiping your face or touching any delicate parts, because you will soon know about it. So I'm just crushing and chopping these bits of garlic, and we'll pop all of that into the pan and add the vinegar and the sugar and the water, and then tootle over to the stove. And what we're going to do is just bring that to the boil and let it simmer for about 20 minutes till the plums have more or less disintegrated. So all the stuff in the pan is nicely cooked. Right, now I'm going to pop this into the jug and put it back in the pan, but I'm going to press it through this fine sieve. This will take some time. Okay, that looks about right. You might want to put it back on the stove and heat it rapidly to reduce it a bit and make it thicker, but I'm not going to. I think that's good. Ooh. Oh, that's sweet and sharp. And then you get the chili. Hey, that is not half bad. I like that. Now I'm going to cook the duck. I'm not doing a whole duck. I've just got these little breast portions, and that'll be fine for 2 servings. There's quite a lot of mythology about how you cook a duck, usually involving bicycle pumps and steaming and boiling and hanging it up to dry for days and days and days. And I'm not doing that. But you do want to just pat the skin dry. Let's see if we can score it, and this will help the fat render out. We don't actually seem to have that much fat. That's odd, because ducks are notoriously fatty. Now we want to season it with some salt and pepper. And we're going to start off cooking this in a pan, but we'll finish it off in the oven. So you want to get your oven preheated to 180 Celsius if it's a fan oven, a convection oven. That's 200 for a normal one, and that is gas 6. Okay, very important point. Start it off in a cold pan. I'm actually using my cast iron griddle because, you know, the visuals are more dramatic. So pop your duck in there, skin side down, and turn on the heat, and gradually the pan will heat through and fat will be released. If you put it into a hot pan, then immediately the skin kind of sears and the fat won't get out. So that's why you start it off slowly. After about 5 minutes you should have nice crispy skin. Then we'll turn it over and cook it on the other side for just about 1 minute. And if your pan doesn't have a plastic handle, you can put it in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes. Otherwise you'll need to transfer it to a tray, and you want to have had that heating in the oven while you were cooking the duck in the pan. So when it's done, take it out, stick it on a plate and let it rest for 5-10 minutes. While the duck's finishing off in the oven, I'm going to prep the veg, usually cucumber and spring onions, scallions. I've halved the cucumber and scooped out the seeds, and then just cut it into batons or sticks. Then spring onions. Get rid of all the raggy greenery off the end. Actually, if it's in good condition you can eat that, but this really is raggy. Okay, the duck's out of the oven, so I'm going to make pancakes. And my echoes like. I've got the pancakes out of the freezer. These are pancakes for Peking duck. And I've got a lifetime supply here, but, well, conveniently packed in packets, and that'll be, I don't know, half a dozen? We'll find out. You're supposed to thaw it first, but it takes no time at all. So we've just had 30 seconds on defrost in the microwave, so those are defrosted. Now it's 1, 2, 10. You might be disappointed that I didn't make my own. I have done it in the past, and I promise you it is not worth the effort, because these are perfect. Now they need to be steamed for 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm boiling a kettle of water. Pour that into the steamer base pan. I should get a bamboo steamer. I have got one, but it's about this big. It's completely unsuitable. Anyway, just hoik those in there. And I'll put the lid on and timer for 5 minutes. And now it's taste test time with me. Yep, Mrs. KeefCooks can't be with us this week. She's gone gallivanting off down to that London and south of England generally, and left me all on my own some. Cue sad music. Okay, so let's make a pancake with a bit of sauce. Well, that's too much, really. I remember the first time we had this, it was at one of the wonderful Chinese restaurants in Liverpool's Chinatown, and the waiter brought it out, whole duck, and he got 2 forks in his pocket. He whipped them out and just demolished the duck while we sat watching open-mouthed, because we did not know that was going to happen. Anyway, it was marvellous, and I've loved it ever since. Okay, roly roly. Fantastic. The sauce is sweet, sour and a bit hot. The veggies are crunchy. The meat is soft and tender. That's just a wonderful thing, and you can make it in just about half an hour, so why not get it done. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.